Hello friends, welcome to Code Smarts. In this video we will try to understand the linked signal, what is its use case. Since in the previous video we have already discussed regarding signal, what is the use case of signal, and in this video we will try to understand the linked signal, why do we use linked signal, and later on we will try to get the brief overview regarding resources. So since resource is in experimental mode, it's not in stable, so we will not go into depth. It might change before becoming stable. So we will just try to understand what is the use case of resource and why it is needed, and why Angular is trying to bring resource. Okay, now let's come to the code. Here my code is already running. You just see we have discussed regarding signal demo, and in this video we will try to understand the linked signal, what is the use case and why do we use it, and resource we will try to understand the resource demo, although it's not stable, so still we will try to understand. Okay, now let's once go through the official documentation, what is there in this document. See, here is the simple code snapshot given. In this they are trying to say that here is shipping options. Okay, here is a array of shipping options. So what we are doing, that we are selecting the zero index item of that options in the selected option variable. Okay, and here we have defined the change shipping method. So what is the missing point in this code is that, like you can see, shipping option is a signal and it can change its value. Okay, here you can see in the previous, in the given, if I move down, then you see that here is the shipping options. Okay, and here is a linked signal. So we have passed the computed function. So what it will do, that whenever the shipping option change, okay, whenever its shipping option value will change, then it will automatically update selected option with the zero index. Okay, now in the previous code what is happened, we are just assigning its value to the zero index of whatever the value of shipping options. Now later on, if the shipping option value will change, then it will not update, selected option will not be updated, since it will not come to know we are not using the computed function over here. Okay, means if you see the linked signal, we are using the computed function. Okay, so whenever the shipping option will change, it will automatically update the selected option. So it is the better use case of linked signal. If I come to the code, you see there, here in the code itself only, you just see here is the first name and last name. Okay, and if I change it the name, then you will see the full name will update. It's a linked signal, means any of the name will update, then full name will be updated. Just like, see, if I come to Manoj and if I enter, you just see it's updated to Manoj Yadav. Okay, so it's the use case of linked signal. If I come to the code level, you can see in the code we have defined the first name and last name, and here is the linked signal we have used, and we have used the source and computation. Okay, whenever the first name or last name will change, then we will compute the value of the full name. Here you can see, and we are checking if the if the previous value of first name is the same or different. If it's same, then it will not update, it will simply return the previous value. If it's different, then only it will update the full name. Okay, if I come to the documentation, here you can see what is trying to say, that here you can see the shipping option value has been changed to email, will call and postal service, and then it will automatically run this selected options 0th index, and here you see we are printing the email value. Okay, so this was the use case. And the next concept is previous state. Suppose the selected options, means here you can see, suppose the selected option is email. Okay, and now the shipping options is changed. Now the, let's just see here, the shipping option change to ground, air and sea. Okay, Now in this case what happens, here means selected option is email, okay, previous one. Now here we have used the computation and we are finding the email in this new, whatever the new options is there. Since email is not there, ground, air, scene, in none of these item is email, so we will just return the 0th index of that value. Okay, suppose if email would have been already there, then we would just return the email, we will not find that value. Okay, so that is the use of previous value. And similarly here is the custom equality comparison. If suppose we are using the object and if the object id is same, so it will not update, it will not trigger any event, or what you can say, any signal. Okay, so it will not update. Basically if the user id is same, it will not update it. So basically the linked signal is used case when there is a dependency of other signal. Okay, here I have already shown in my code like this. Here you can see on the UI part we are updating it, and we can override it, means we can linked signal is writable signal as well. Okay, it's not a readable signal only. Okay, now come to the next topic regarding the resources. So we will not go into depth regarding resource because it's an experimental mode. So what resource is basically used to do the asynchronous data fetching. Okay, basically signal is synchronous, but here resource will be asynchronous, like HTTP call. Here you can see, here we have used the resource and we have passed the params and loader. So whenever the params id will change, it will automatically fetch the data. Okay, in the signal form. Here you can see first name, we have used the computed signal, and here you can see, so resource will have the user value, user key, and we can fetch the first name. Okay, so resource is basically used for the asynchronous coding, like fetching the data from backend, and we have it's have different type of property as well, like params, previous, and abort signal. Okay, if the data is not fetched and another request has been sent, then it will abort the signal. Okay, and here you can see we have the reload method as well. We can call it again by reloading the function, and it has different type of property values, like value, hash value, error, is loading status. Okay, and we will use this on the UI to show the loader or any error message. Idle, if the resource has not valid request. Okay, if error is there, then loader has encountered an error. So these are the keywords status which we will use. And so it's not stable right now, so we will not go into depth, but as for your knowledge, you should know what is resource. Okay, so later on when any new update will come, you will get the point very easily. Okay, here you can see we have used the resource as well in our code. If I change the, here you can see we are changing the user ID and it's updating the UI, loading user, and here you can see username is updating. Okay, here we are testing the error as well, we are passing -1 ID, so it will give the error. If I come to the code, you just see in the code we have written, here you can see, here is the user ID, we have defined the signal, and here is the resource we are using the params and loader. So whenever this ID will change, it will automatically load the data. Okay, fetch user ID, and we have used the fetch user function here. So what we are trying to see, that we have used the promise, and if the ID is less than 0, then we will throw an error, reject it, and new error will be thrown. Okay, and if the user ID is greater than 0, so it will return the username plus ID. Okay, so this is what we are doing here. Okay, so this was all about the signal advanced topic, and later on we will try to understand the input output function means right now input output has been we are using through signal only, they are function now right now. Previously we used to have input output function, okay, decorator, you can say decorator, input output decorator, but right now we are using the input output function because it is signal based. Okay, so we will see the input output and how parent child communication happens. We will see in the next video. And if you want to see the code whatever I have shown over here, if you want to get that, you can go to my official GitHub repository RxJS, and you will find the, here you can see I have the Angular YouTube demo. You can click. Okay, so you can just copy the URL from here and git clone it, so you will get all the resources. Basically my motto of this video is to make you understand the conceptual part so that it became easy to run your project or whatever project you are working on. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and we will see you in next video. Thank you.